Good afternoon. Over the last 2 weeks, our officers have worked tirelessly to find the suspects wanted in connection to the homicides in British Columbia. While there were no confirmed sightings since July 22nd, we never gave up in our search efforts, following up on every lead, considering all options, and using every available resource. We knew that we needed just to find that one piece of evidence that could move this search forward. On Friday, August 2nd, that one critical piece of evidence was found. Items directly linked to the suspects were located on the shoreline of the Nelson River. Following this discovery, we were at last able to narrow down the search. We immediately sent in specialized RCMP teams to begin searching nearby high-probability areas. This morning, at approximately 10 a.m., RCMP officers located 2 male bodies in the dense brush within 1 kilometer from where the items were found. This is approximately 8 kilometers from where the burnt vehicle was located. At this time, we believe these are the bodies of the 2 suspects wanted in connection with the homicides in British Columbia. An autopsy is being scheduled in Winnipeg to confirm their identities and to determine their cause of death. To the families of everyone affected by the series of events over the last few weeks, I know it has been so very difficult, and I hope today's announcement can begin to bring some closure. I want to thank the communities and the leadership of Gillam, Fox Lake Cree Nation, Ilford War Lake First Nation, and York Landing. Your lives have been disrupted. Many of you lived with uncertainty and fear, but throughout you were resilient. You came together as communities, and you helped our officers get the job done. To the officers involved in the search, I commend you for your determination, your innovation, for never giving up, and for working night and day to bring this search to a conclusion. This was a search that could not have been successfully achieved without the help from our partners and the Canadian Armed Forces, from RCMP employees who came in from across the country, and from multiple private partners. Above all, however, it was a search that could only be successful if we had strong public engagement and support. Thank you to all Canadians for remaining vigilant, for calling us with information, and most importantly, for being our partners. Au cours des dernières semaines, nos policiers ont travaillé sans relâche pour trouver les suspects recherchés en lien aux homicides survenus en Colombie-Britannique. Malgré l'absence d'observation confirmée depuis le 22 juillet, nos policiers n'ont jamais abandonné les recherches. Ils ont fait le suivi de tous les renseignements, ont examiné toutes les possibilités et ont fait appel à toutes les ressources disponibles. Nos policiers savaient qu'il suffirait de découvrir un seul élément de preuve pour faire avancer cette enquête. Le vendredi 2 août, 7 éléments de preuve essentiels ont été découverts. Des articles liés aux suspects ont été trouvés sur le rivage du fleuve Nelson. À la suite de cette découverte, nous avons enfin pu réduire la zone de recherche. Nous avons immédiatement déployé des équipes spécialisées de la GRC pour entamer des recherches dans les zones d'intérêt à probabilité élevée du secteur. Aujourd'hui, vers 10 heures, les policiers de la GRC ont trouvé les corps de 2 hommes dans des buissons denses à 1 kilomètre de l'endroit où les articles ont été trouvés et à environ 8 kilomètres de l'endroit où le véhicule incendié a été découvert. À l'heure actuelle, nous sommes confiants que ces corps sont ceux des 2 suspects recherchés en lien aux homicides survenus en Colombie-Britannique. Une autopsie sera pratiquée à Winnipeg pour confirmer leurs identités et déterminer la cause de ces morts. Je sais que les dernières semaines ont été extrêmement difficiles pour les familles de toutes les personnes touchées par la série d'événements survenus et j'espère que l'annonce aujourd'hui leur apportera un certain réconfort. Je tiens à remercier Les communautés et les dirigeants de Gillam, de la Nation Cree de Fox Lake, de la Première Nation d'Ilford War Lake et de York Landing. Bien que vos vies aient été perturbées et que bon nombre d'entre vous aient vécu dans l'incertitude et la peur, vous avez toujours fait preuve de résilience et d'unité à aider nos policiers à accomplir leur travail. Je félicite les policiers qui ont participé aux recherches de leur détermination, leurs innovations et leur persévérance. Et je les remercie d'avoir travaillé jour et nuit pour mener à bien ces recherches. Nous n'aurions pas réussi à effectuer ces recherches sans l'aide de nos partenaires. Les partenaires des Forces armées canadiennes, des employés de la GRC de tous les pays et de plusieurs partenaires privés. Par-dessous tout, le succès de ces recherches dépendait de la mobilisation et de l'appui indéfectible du public. Merci à tous les Canadiens d'être restés vigilants, de nous avoir fourni des renseignements et surtout d'avoir collaboré avec nous. Thank you. Questions? I can't answer that. With the reason we're going to an autopsy is to determine those kind of details. I'm confident that it is them, but they're to identify them officially and you know to be sure we have to go to autopsy. I don't have an answer for that. It's a very dense place. It's a difficult place to find anybody, as I said earlier. Very tough terrain, lots of land as well. It's a huge area that we're looking at. It's very hard to pinpoint anything in such a dense terrain. Yes, it was. It was our specialized RCMP resources were in the area, and they were doing a foot search. I'm afraid I can't speak to that right now. I'm sorry, I can't speak to that either. Well, I mean, there's obviously a certain amount of relief that we were able to locate these people and hopefully bring some closure, not only to the victims of the homicides, but to the people of Gillam, Fox Lake Cree Nation, York Landing, Ilford War Lake Nation. It's huge to be able to hopefully give some people an opportunity to exhale and to hopefully eventually go back to normal and not being afraid of who's out in the woods anymore. Actually, I don't have specific numbers with me. I can tell you we did put a lot of resources up the first week. As you were all aware, last week I made an announcement that said we were scaling down, which we did. But we did leave, as I had said at the time as well, some specialized resources in place to follow up on anything we found, and that's exactly what we did. I don't have any confirmation, any way to substantiate that at this point. It was found in the same general area. I don't have that information. It's very, very dense brush is what I can tell you. Very thick, very difficult to work your way through. There's no trails. It's just very thick brush, very dense. And it's a huge area we were searching before. We didn't have any information to pinpoint us to a specific search area where we could do a much more detailed search. The items we did find on the shoreline gave us that opportunity to pinpoint that search and therefore do a much more detailed search of the area. I can't speak to that right now, I'm sorry. You'd have to talk to my colleagues in British Columbia. They're investigating the homicides themselves. I don't have any information of those. I'm afraid not. C'était vraiment difficile le terrain là-bas. C'est très dense. Des forêts vraiment épais. C'est difficile de traverser là sur pied ou même pas du tout avec véhicule, des choses comme ça. Donc c'était vraiment difficile. de traverser cette partie. I really don't know. We haven't tabulated it, I'll be honest with you. I don't have those numbers for you at all.
Explain a little bit, you talked about the different kind of search that you did once you found those items. What does that look like? Was it, arm in arm walking through the brush?
It's a far more detailed search, but no, we weren't. You can't go through the brush arm in arm. It's way too thick. But we were able to put more people in that area and do a much more detailed, closer search pattern, so to speak, looking for very specific items and smaller. It's a smaller grid, for lack of a better term.
Can you just tell us how long you expect it to be before you can release more specifics?
Again, the homicide investigation is ongoing through our colleagues in British Columbia. We'll be liaising with them to know when we can release what details we can.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.